That's why I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time before I go. Higher powers taking a hold.
Let me be your woman. Woman, woman, woman. I can be your woman. Woman, woman, woman. Baby, I like your style.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Kennedy, and I'm back once again with another video. Now today I got on my Drake merch gear situation, and if you watch my channel, you know if I'm wearing Drake merch or whatever, I'm going to be talking about Drake. That's like a tradition on my channel because I love Drake. I'm like a Drake stan. Like, I have a Drake inspired tattoo. This is my first and only tattoo, and it's Drake inspired. I have like 6 or 7 or 8 Drake shirts. I lost count. I have a lot of Drake shirts, and I have like 3 posters of Drake. 3 posters of Drake in my room. Like, it's serious. I love that man. He's like my favorite person besides Beyonce, because him and Beyonce are like my favorite people. So we are going to be reviewing the 21 Savage and Drake It's All a Blur tour concert extravaganza, okay? Because I was there, okay? I was there. This video is basically going to be like a review slash story time. I'm excited to share my experience. It was like one of the best days ever, but a lot of stuff was going on. I recorded a lot. I mean, I recorded like the vast majority, but I mostly recorded the songs. I didn't really record him talking too much. I mainly just did the songs. So what I'm gonna do is as I'm talking, I'm gonna add in clips of what I'm saying, and I'm gonna try to make it make sense as much as I can. And then, so most of the footage is gonna be my own footage, but like if there's something that I'm talking about that I don't have footage for, I will put a clip from like TikTok or Instagram, because I follow a lot of Drake fan pages and they be recording everything that he does. So, but most of the footage is mine. Like 80% of the footage that I'm gonna be using is my own footage. But before we get into this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Kennedy ____. That's Kennedy with 3 underscores. Follow me on TikTok at Kennedy _39. And make sure you add me on Snapchat at Kennedy Buck, no space, no capitals. And now let's get straight into the review. I was able to remember most of this. I tried to fit as much information as I could into this video. But if you were there and I forgot any information, let me know in the comments below. If I forgot anything. If I forgot a big detail, be like, girl, you forgot this happened, this happened, this happened. Let me know. Also, if you guys have any questions about anything that happened, you guys can also comment that down below, and I'll try my best to answer it, okay? So first we're gonna start off. Okay, so I went to the first show on the entire tour. I went to the first show ever. I went to the July 5th show at the United Center. Okay, so I was excited because it was the first show. The show that me and my cousin went to, was I went with my cousin. The show that me and my cousin went to was the first show. Like, Drake better be nice and fresh, full of energy. There was a pre-sale, and I bought the tickets in the pre-sale. I try to find the best seats for the lowest price, even though the prices was ridiculous, because the ticket prices, so the ticket price that I paid for the tickets, because it was 2 tickets, it was $650 each. My ticket was $650. My cousin's ticket was $650. And then with like the fees and the tax and all that, I think them tickets came out to be around in between $700, $800 per ticket. It was not for 2 tickets. It was per ticket. I'm telling you, Drake, I don't know what's wrong with you, but them tickets was ridiculously high. Okay? You need to fix that, because that was rude. But I love you. If you ever see this video, Drake, or anybody that knows Drake that's watching this video, tell him I love him. But them ticket prices was was very, very, very expensive. I was in a pretty good, I wasn't like super close, but I was like close enough where you're able to see them very clearly from where I was at. I was like in the middle section, because in the United Center, there's 3 sections. There's there's kind of 4 sections. So there's the pit section. That's people that don't have no seats and they're just standing and they're right up against the stage. And then there's the 100 section, which is like the lowest that's like the lowest after the pit people. And then there's the 200 section, which is where I was at. It was smack dab in the middle. And then there's the 300 section. That's the way, way high up. I was in the 200 section, so I was right in the middle. And I was in the second row in the 200 section. That was the closest I could get, because some tickets was not cheap at all. So just letting y'all know, Drake ain't cheap, okay? July 5th comes. This is the day of the concert. We first get there. We got there at 5 o'clock because they were supposed to open the gates at 6 and the concert was supposed to start at 7. So we got there at 5. We were able to get pretty close to the front of the line. Like we were pretty much in the front of the line. There was only about maybe 20 to 30 people in front of us. So that was pretty close to the front. And there was more than one entrance that you can go in. And so every entrance, the line was like backed up to like the street. So they were supposed to open the gates at 6. They actually did not open the gates until 6:30. So we waited out there for an hour and a half. That particular day, it was supposed to rain. And so as we were waiting outside, it started getting real cloudy, like it was about to start storming. That's why I was like, y'all need to hurry up and open these doors, because if I get rained on, I'm going to be pissed off. Like, I was getting irritated. And I was starting to see lightning. But luckily, right when they opened the doors, I was able to get in right before it started raining. So I was lucky. So thank you, Jesus. We did not get rained on. I'm sure the people in the back, they probably got rained on, but we did not get rained on. And we found our seats, and then we took some pictures. I'm gonna insert some pictures in from my Instagram. And if you want to see some more pictures, go on my Instagram. My Instagram will be in the description below. Make sure you follow me. Say hi. Hi. We're waiting patiently to see Drake. How do you feel?
I can't wait. This is my first concert. I'm so excited.
And then we were sitting there for a long, 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 long time, okay? That concert was supposed to start at 7. We got in at 6:30. By the time we found our seats and sat down, it was about 6:50, almost 7. There was still like 10 bajillion other people outside. So like when we got in, and by the time we found our seats, it was almost 7 o'clock and the arena was still empty. The concert didn't technically start until 8. That was when the opening act came out. I forgot his name. His name was Skilly Bang or something like that. I wrote it down. Skilly Bang. That was his name. But I didn't know who he was. No one in the arena really knew who he was. So when he came out, everybody was like, who is this? And he was like trying to sing his little music, and everybody was like, what are the words? Like, everybody was confused. There was a few people that knew who he was, but for the most part, didn't nobody know who he was.
I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man.
It was a DJ guy, and he did a little set. So by the time Drake came out, it was like almost 9 o'clock by the time Drake came out. That was ridiculous. Like, I didn't see my man until 9 o'clock. I think the concert ended pretty close to midnight. I think it ended at like 11:30 midnight-ish. The concert was like 3 hours. Something like that. I can't count. I'm not good at math. So when I got in there, it was like there was like blue lighting. It had the big Virgil statue, and then the stage was over here, and it was like a diamond shape, and they had all the screens, and the DJ booth was on the far side, and yeah. And the DJ, he was pretty good. He played a lot of the Chicago classics like Chief Keef, things of that nature. And then he played Chicago freestyle. And, you know, the crowd was getting down to that because it's Chicago freestyle, okay? And it was pretty, like, I had some footage from it. Like, it was gorgeous. Like, everybody had their phone flashlights, so it looked like a bunch of stars. It was gorgeous. So once the concert did, like, it took a while for the concert to start. But once it did start, it was lit, okay? Something else that the DJ did that I thought was pretty cool is that he played Natasha Bedingfield. I think he played Unwritten, which was cool. That was like a Degrassi reference. You know, like, I think it was in season 7 when Drake graduated, or Aubrey or Jimmy Brooks, when he graduated from Degrassi. They were playing that song. Also, the flow of the show was kind of weird. I feel like when a show was going on, it should flow. Like, one thing should lead into the other, but there was a lot of like pauses. So like the opening act would come out, he left, and then there was like a freaking like 5 to 6 minute pause. And then the DJ started doing his set, and then once he was done, there was like a 10-minute pause. Then Drake came out. I was like, y'all should have had that. That's why I wasn't sure. I was trying to like cut them some slack because it was the first show, and they were probably trying to figure out how the flow was gonna be. But like, it was very choppy. And when I seen Drake when Drake came out, when I seen him for the first time, I'll put my video. You can hear me screaming. I was like, I love you. I was screaming like there was no tomorrow. And it was like I saw an angel in front of my face, and I couldn't believe he was in front of my face. And we were in the same room. I died. He got resurrected. It was crazy. Now we're going to be talking about the hologram. He was not no hologram, y'all. I was there. That was a boy sitting on the couch and laying in that bed. It was not no hologram. I got evidence that was not no hologram. At first, they had the boy sitting on the couch, and then they had him raised from the floor. And then all of a sudden, Drake comes out of the audience, and he comes out from the stands, and then he goes on the stage. He sits next to this boy. It was a Drake lookalike. It was a boy, okay? I don't know how old this man is, but it was a boy. And he looked like Drake as a kid, okay? He came, he sat next to the boy. He took the notebook from his hand and started performing Look What You've Done from Take Care, okay? You feel me? So I was excited. And so everybody was like, that's a hologram. I'm like, that is not no hologram. That is a boy sitting there. But the thing that kind of confused people is that on the screen, the boy's face looked like Drake's face. So what I think they did was they had the boy sitting there, and I think they put like a filter, like a Snapchat filter. I like to call it a Snapchat filter, but I think they put like an AI CGI image of him on the screen. So like when the boys, like, you know, when you have a Snapchat filter, you put the camera on yourself and it changes your face. That's what I think they did. So when he was sitting down, he looked completely different than what he looked like on the screen. So on the screen, I feel like they put some CGI, AI stuff on his face to make him look more like Drake on the screen. But in real life, like on the stage, he looked like Drake, but he didn't look like how he did on the screen. So on the screen, they put a filter on his face to make him look like Drake. And then on the stage, he looked like himself. They put some kind of filter on his face to make him look like Drake when you look at the screen. the boy came back out and he was laying in the bed. This is how I knew he wasn't no hologram. He was in the bed and they were playing a bunch of theme songs. They played the Fresh Prince theme song, the Family Matters theme song, and they played the Degrassi theme song. I love the Degrassi vibes that he had. And he had the boy laying in the bed pretending to watch TV. That boy was holding a remote. That boy was playing in the covers. That was real, okay? Like, that was not no hologram. How you get a hologram to play in the sheets, bro? He was playing in the sheets. That boy was not no hologram. That was a boy, and they put a filter on his face to make him look like Drake. And maybe they put some makeup on his face, too. Okay, now we're going to be talking about the track list. Now, for this part of the video, I'm going to talk about the track list, and then I'm going to put some clips of the songs that he performed that I got on my phone. Now, I'm not going to put the entire song because, one, I don't want YouTube to copyright me, and two, I don't want this video to be too long. He performed mostly his old stuff, which I'm happy about, because I think that's what all people cared about was his old stuff, to be honest with you. Because when he was performing his old stuff, the crowd was really into it. Like, they was singing the songs word for word. They was cheering extra loud. When he performed the newer stuff, the crowd was still lit, but like, they wasn't as into it. But when he performed like some of his older stuff, like God's Plan or Headlines, like, people was rapping that whole thing. Me included, period, because they know. I just flipped the switch. Flip. Everybody was singing that. Anyway, to the track list. So he did Look What You Done. That's what he did with the boy. And then he did Marvin's Room. That was nice. He did good with that. And then he did Say Something. Now that one, I was shocked that he sang that, because that song is like deep in the Drake archives. Like, he did Shy For Me. Ooh, that's my song. I take a shot for me.
Sing for me.
That's like old. That's like one of his little leaked tracks from the 2000s. Like, I think that was on Care Package. He did Feel No Ways, okay, from Views, okay. He did Jaded. I think that's from Scorpion. He did Jungle. I love Jungle, so that was lit.
Look, these days I'm laying back and looking to one. The things I can change are easy to love. Hey, Chicago, are you down for the cause? You still down, you still down, you still down.
He did Over. When he did Over, I was dying. I was like singing every word. Like, I know way too many people here right now. Like, But he sang that, I was like, he's really taking it back. I felt so nostalgic. It was amazing. Okay, so my favorite part of the concert was when he did Over, Headlines, The Motto, HYFR, and Start from the Bottom. Like when that section, because he did all those songs in a row, that was my favorite part of the concert. Then he did Energy, Know Yourself, Fire. Bro, when he did Know Yourself, that crowd lost it, bro. That was also one of the best parts of the concert for me too. And nonstop. The crowd was going berserk for that too. I was going berserk too. Like I was screaming. I lost my voice because I was screaming, because I was in awe that Drake was in front of my eyes. Sicko Mode, that was interesting. The crowd was good with that too. He did Way Too Sexy, that was good. He did Back Outside Boys, love that song. He did Jumbotron Shit Poppin', that was my song too. I didn't have a day. And then he did Laugh Now, Cry Later. Now this was a missed opportunity. He should have brought out Lil Durk when he did Laugh Now, Cry Later. Like you in Chicago, you should have brought out Lil Durk. Missed opportunity.
Tired of being who you want, you can't even pay me enough to react. You're waking up in the crib, sometimes I don't even know where I'm at. Please don't play that nigga song in this party, I can't even listen to that.
God's Plan, crowd going berserk for that. Like,
I like it. Oh, I like it a lot. Yeah, right. I'll make sure Chicago eats tonight for sure. Tell me.
And then he did Child's Play, he did Wait For You, In My Feelings, Nice For What, Controller, Too Good, Find Your Love. That was a good surprise. I love Find Your Love.
I say, Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. Cause I want you, and I need you, and I'm down for you.
Work, One Dance, Calling My Name, Massive, Sticky, and Search and Rescue. Okay, so
That's why I need a one dance. Gotta see. Oh, we in Chicago, right? Y'all better not play shy with this house music now, for real. Talk to me. Your pussy is calling mine. I want to hear y'all sing.
this is when the crowd got kind of like, what are you doing? When he did Calling My Name and Massive. When he did Sticky, people was hyped for that. When he did Call My Name and Massive, people were like, didn't really know the words. I know the words because I love Drake. I love all his songs. But he was like, you know when they perform, they're like, ooh, sing this part. When he was doing Massive and Calling My Name, people was not really singing it that much. He was more so like cheering, because if you don't know the words, just cheer. He did Search and Rescue. Everybody knew the words to that because that was catchy. And then 21 Savage came out and did his set. And he did Red Ops, Don't Come Out, The House, 10 Freaky Girls. I love that song. Who Wants Smoke, Peaches and Eggplants. He did Rockstar, A Lot, No Heart, X. Running is my song. He did Mr. Right Now, but Drake, I don't think Drake was out there when he did Mr. Right Now though, which I thought was weird because Drake's on that song, but maybe they didn't have time. And then he did Bank Account, of course. So his set was good. Everybody was hyped for his. Great. And then
this chest, I flooded out my padded with it. I cursed. Need to get myself together, I'm up. I've been in the hills, fucking superstar. Like a pop star. I'm just flexing on my. We never ran out from no bar, we still be hot shot. Running. Lay the pipe down. I ain't Mr. Right, but I'm Mr. Shit. I got 1, 2, 3, 4.
and Drake and 21 Savage did their set. And they didn't do that many songs together as I expected. I was kind of hoping for them to do more songs together, but they probably didn't have time to perform everything. But they did the basics though. They did Knife Talk, On BS, Spin About You, Jimmy Cooks, Rich Flex. So those are the basics.
I had to cut some niggas out, man. Good. I'm from the ghetto, so I tried to get my hood. She went, well, no pants around me, even if she good. Gave out niggas statements till they got it understood. Fuck them. No, baby, cursing on this good if you. It's a different goal. I might have to make them pay the 6 on a pinky toe. Her pension exclamated 21. Pussy exclamated 21.
wish they did a couple more songs. I kind of wish they did Circle Loco, because I love that song. So I wish they did that song. But the crowd was feeling it. He was all into it. The vibes, okay? And then he closed out by doing Legend at the end. That was a nice closer. So
All I know, if I die, then it's too late for mine. I'm the youngest nigga rapping, oh my God.
yeah, so that was the set list. Now, the songs that I wish he performed though, I wish he did Make Me Proud, Worst Behavior, and Crew Love. I wish he did those 3 songs. But I understand that people don't have time. Like, he probably didn't have time. Drake has so many hits that he ain't got time to perform all of them. I understand that. But there's some songs that he could have traded out and put those songs in. But he did mostly old music. He only did a couple of new songs. Everything else was old, which was great. Because that's all I wanted, was to hear some old Drake, you feel me? So I'm glad he did mostly his old stuff. But so besides him not performing Worst Behavior and Make Me Proud and Crew Love, other than that, track list was perfect. And I wish him and 21 Savage did a couple more songs together. Oh, the sets. Okay, so I talked about how he had the Virgil statue, diamond-shaped stage, and then he had some people in the pit, the first level, the second level, which was I was on the second level, and then the third level, in the rooms, the VIP, whatever. And so, yeah, so he had some stuff that was floating in the air. He had this one, it was like an anime character lady, and she was like naked looking. He had her floating in the air, and he had a bride floating in the air. My issue is he had the sperm floating in the air. Why you got sperm floating in the air? Like, what you trying to say? You got another baby on the way that we don't know about, Drake? Like, that was weird. And then he had like the the Scream Ghostface character. He had him floating around. He had a lot of like effects, lighting, different stuff floating in the air, like different props. My favorite part though is when he had the fire coming out. That one was crazy because like I could feel the fire from where I was at, and I was in the second section, so I was able to feel the fire, like the hotness. So I can't imagine how he felt with that fire right there. I felt that, and I was like a lot of feet away. I was like, whoa. A spaceship, UFO, he had that floating around too. I think that's everything. So another thing that happened while I was there was that he announced his new album, and it is called For All the Dogs, okay? So he announced another project. This man has been putting out a lot of projects in these last few years. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know where he gets all this music from. Like, he must have just had like a burst of inspiration. Okay then, another project.
I know it's summertime, I gotta give you, like, I just can't. I don't know about these guys that go away 3, 4, 5 years, want to chill out, all that. That's not me. So, with that being said, I got an album coming out real soon for y'all. It's called All the Dogs.
Another thing I want to talk about was the fashion. Okay, there was a lot of fashion. I think he had the outfit, he had like a denim outfit on. Drake, he had a denim outfit on. He had like a camo outfit on and an all-white outfit, and then he had an outfit with an apron. I think he had about 4 wardrobe changes, I think. When he came out with 21 Savage, him and 21 Savage had masks on. I think Drake was supposed to be like a butcher, like a killer butcher person, and that's why he had the apron on with the mask, and 21 Savage had his mask on, so that was interesting. I think 21 had maybe, I don't know if he had 1 or 2 outfit changes, but I'll put the number in the video. And they had some pretty good fashion, you feel me? Like, and then at the end when he did Legends, he had the paper airplane type thing flying around the arena. and it was from the Virgil statue that he had. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, now we're gonna be talking about what they was throwing on that stage. They was throwing bras, they was throwing cell phones, they was throwing articles of clothing, they was throwing, that's from what I saw. Drake, he enjoyed the bras. Everything else, he was like, stop throwing stuff at me. Drake was very interactive with the audience. Like he made sure like everybody in the room felt noticed. Like he shouted out everybody in the arena. He was very interactive with the audience. He was dancing around, had some good stage presence. 21 Savage too. Like everybody was very entertaining, very interactive with the audience. It was great. It felt like a long concert. Like it was long, which was great because I wanted it to be getting my money's worth. I think it was worth the money, but that's because I'm a Drake stan and I wanted to make sure I saw my man in person, and I got to see my man in person, so it was worth the money for me. My overall experience, I had fun. It was the best night of my life. Like, I'm serious. Like, that was the happiest I've been in a very long time, and it meant a lot to me to finally see Drake in person. So besides him being late, starting late, them letting us in late, and the flow of the concert being kind of off, other than that, the concert itself, like the performances were great. I loved it. Okay, period. Drake, I love you, and I hope I get to see you again. Everything was fun. I had the best night of my life, and I would love to see Drake again. So hopefully Drake comes back here, because the next time he comes back out here, I'm seeing that man again, because I miss him. I want to see him. I wanted to see that. I wanted to relive that moment a million more times. I wanted to see that concert a million more times. Like, if I had the money to pay to see every single show of that concert, I would. Like, that's how much I loved it. It was amazing. Enough of me rambling. You have now reached the end of this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Kennedy___. That's Kennedy with 3 underscores. Make sure you follow me on TikTok at Kennedy_39. And make sure you have me on Snapchat at KennedyBuck, no space, no capitals. And I'll be back for more videos soon. See ya.
And all I can say is I'm so proud of you. I'm so